Welcome to the Modern Elite. I want to spend some time sharing a secret with you that might feel a bit like a dream, or perhaps even a little bit hard to wrap your head around at first. Right now, in this very second, while the world keeps spinning around us, she is thinking about you. She might be curled up on her soft couch at home, or perhaps she is glancing down at her phone while waiting for a kettle to boil, or maybe she is just going about her normal day, but your name and your face are floating around inside her mind like a gentle breeze. But here is the part that makes it a mystery. She is almost certainly never going to tell you that. She will not be the first one to reach out and send you a friendly text message to say hello. She will not make it clear or obvious that she really wants to sit down and talk with you. In fact, if you were to walk right up to her this afternoon and ask her if she had been thinking of you lately, she would probably just give a little laugh, make a tiny joke to hide her feelings, or quickly try to talk about something else entirely like the weather or what she had for lunch. It really is a bit of a puzzle, isn't it? But what I am about you next is going to be a very big surprise. There is one very specific way that she acts that almost every guy out there, about 97% of men to be exact, gets completely and totally wrong. Most guys look at this specific behavior and they think it means she does not like them at all. They start to feel sad or worried, thinking that she is bored with them or that she is moving on to find someone else. But the truth is actually the complete opposite of what those men think. This behavior is actually the single biggest sign that she is stuck on you and simply cannot stop her mind from drifting towards you. I am going to tell you exactly what that behavior looks like in just a little while. But first, we really need to have a heart-to-heart talk about something that will change the whole way you look at how women feel inside. You see, women do not always show that they miss someone in the same way that men do. When a man misses a woman, he usually just picks up his phone and tells her, or he tries to reach out to see her. But for a woman, the feeling is often different. They often feel like they have to hide it. They put on a little mask to stay safe. They act in ways that are so quiet and so confusing that most guys think they are being pushed away when they are actually being pulled much closer than they realize. This is the part that can feel a little bit scary for a guy. If you do not understand these very quiet and soft signs, you might to walk away right at the moment when she is starting to really like you a lot. You might stop talking to her just as she is beginning to fall for you, and the sad part is that you could lose her forever. You would spend the rest of your long life thinking she never cared about you, but in reality, she actually cared quite a lot. I am going to explain every single little thing she does when she misses you deep down in her heart. I will show you how to find these clues, even when she is acting like everything is totally fine, even when she is trying her best to play it cool, and even when the words coming out of her mouth say something like, "I do not care," while her actions are shouting, "I really need you." I'm also going to show you one very special thing that you can do, which helps her feel safe enough to show her true feelings. It is a very strong and powerful move, so you must be very gentle and careful with it. Once you decide to do it, everything between the two of you changes. By the time we are done talking today, you will know exactly how to read the tiny clues she is leaving behind for you. You will finally be able to stop worrying about whether you are just wasting your time, and you will know if she truly cares about you. So let us start with a very big and important question. Why on earth would she want to hide her feelings in the first place? What is she so afraid of deep inside? Let us take a look at the simple human reasons why she keeps her feelings such a big secret. Imagine this for just a second. She is sitting in a quiet room and she suddenly sees your name pop up on the bright screen of her phone. Right away, she feels a little flutter of excitement in her chest like a tiny bird waking up. She feels a spark of joy and she really, really wants to text you back right that second, but she does not do it. She puts the phone face down on the table. She waits for an hour, or maybe even 2 hours. She thinks about every single word she wants to say, and then she finally decides to act like the whole thing is no big deal at all. Now, most people will tell you that she is just playing a game or being mean, but the truth is much deeper and more human than that. It goes back a very long time to how our human brains are built to keep us safe from getting hurt. To her, showing you that she misses you feels a little bit like she is losing her power. It makes her feel like you have the upper hand and that she is vulnerable. In a way, her brain is trying to see if you are a strong enough man to handle her big feelings before she lets her guard down and shows you her true heart. And here is the part that will really make you stop and think for a minute. When a woman is truly starting to feel love for a guy, she often does not act like she likes him more. She actually acts like she likes him less than before. I know that sounds like it makes no sense at all, but try to think about it like this. Her brain is giving you a little test to see what kind of man you are. She is thinking to herself, if I pull back and stop being so sweet and nice, will he get scared and start chasing me or acting weak like every other guy she has met? Or is he a man who is sure of himself and does not need me to tell him he is great every 5 minutes? Most men fail this test completely. They see her pull away and they think she must hate them. So they either try way too hard and become annoying, or they just give up and walk away. Both of those things tell her that you are not the strong and steady partner she is looking for in her life. But if you can see right through the test, everything changes for the better. Now, let us talk about that one big sign that almost every guy gets wrong. Before we get into that, please just do me a small favor and show some love to this helpful guide by hitting that like button so more people can find this warmth. Most men, about 90% of them, will not believe what I'm about to say to you, but the 10% of men who do understand this will never have to worry about these confusing things ever again. Let us keep moving forward. Here's the big sign that changes the whole game for you. Please listen very closely because you have probably seen this happen before and you did not even realize what it meant at the time. The sign is that she becomes very hot and cold with you. One day, she is the sweetest and kindest person in the whole world. She is laughing at every single one of your jokes. She is texting you back the very second you message her, and she seems so genuinely happy just to be in the same room as you. But then the very next day, she is like a completely different person. She is very quiet. She takes the whole entire day to answer a very simple question. She gives you short one-word answers that feel cold. Most guys think, oh no, she is not interested in me anymore. And that is exactly where they lose her. But here is what is actually going on inside her heart and her mind. This is not her losing interest in you. It is her having a very big fight with herself. When a woman starts to get real deep feelings for a guy, it can be a very scary thing for her to handle. She pulls away because she wants to protect her heart from getting hurt if things go wrong. Then because she misses you so very much, she pulls back in closer to you again. Then she gets scared one more time and pulls away. It is not a game she is playing just to be mean or tricky. It is a war going on inside her mind between her fear of being hurt and her love for you. The fact that she is fighting this war at all means you are already a very important person to her. Please remember this. If she did not care about you, she would just be the same way all the time. She would be polite and nice, but she would be bored. Real disinterest is very steady and very boring, but this up and down behavior that makes your head spin, that is a sure sign she is thinking about you all the time. I know some of you might still feel a little bit unsure about this. So let me give you 5 more little quiet signs that prove she misses you. One of these signs only lasts for about 3 seconds, but it tells you the whole story of her heart. Here is the first clue you should look for. It happens on the internet where she thinks you cannot see what she is doing. She looks at every single thing you post on social media, but she never clicks the like button and she never leaves a comment for you to see. You check to see who watched your daily story, and there she is every single time you post. She is watching you, but she is being very quiet about it. This is how she stays close to your life without having to say a single word out loud. She is keeping a close eye on your day to make sure she still knows what you are doing and how you are feeling. Even though she acts like she does not care when she sends a text, her eyes are on you every single day. The second clue is when she reaches out to you to say something, but she makes it seem like it was just a random or accidental thought. Maybe she sends you a funny picture or a joke at 11 at night when she is in bed. Or maybe she asks you a very specific question about a movie or a book you talked about 3 weeks ago. Here is the big secret. It is not actually about the picture or the movie at all. She just really wanted a reason to talk to you without having to admit that she missed your voice. She's opening a small door and pretending it happened by total accident. Pay very close attention to when she does this. If it is late at night or on the weekend when she is all alone, that is when the feeling of missing you is the very strongest in her heart. The third clue is very interesting to watch. She starts talking about you to your friends or to people that you both happen to know. She will not say the words, "I miss him," but she will bring your name up in a very casual way. She might ask how you are doing lately or mention something funny that you once did a long time ago. Talking about you to other people makes her feel connected to you without the fear of talking to you directly. It is her special way of keeping you in her world while staying safe behind her walls. Now, the fourth clue is something you can actually see with your own eyes when you are standing right in front of her. Her body will always tell you the truth, even if her mouth is trying to hide it. When you talk to her, she will face you with her whole body, including her toes. She will copy the way you move without even knowing she is doing it. If you lean in closer, she will lean in closer too. If you cross your arms, she might do the exact same thing a moment later. Also, take a good look at her eyes. The little black circles in the middle will get much bigger when she looks at you because she is excited. She might also play with her hair or touch her jewelry because she is feeling a little bit nervous around you. These are things her brain does automatically because you are very important to her. The fifth clue is that she remembers the tiny, tiny things. She remembers a story you told her a very long time ago that you probably forgot you even said. She remembers exactly how you like your coffee or the name of your very first pet when you were a kid. When someone misses you, they play your old conversations over and over again in their head like a favorite song. They keep those little pieces of you like precious treasures in their mind. When she brings up those small details, she is showing you just how much space you are taking up in her thoughts. Now, we are getting to the part that can really change things for you in a big way. Knowing the signs is a very good start, but what should you actually do about it? There is one move that can make her stop hiding and finally show you her true self. But I have to warn you again, you must use this very carefully and with a kind heart. Most guys see these signs and they get so excited that they immediately run toward her. They start texting her more and more every day. They try to talk about their deep feelings and ask her what she is thinking. And what usually happens is she gets very scared and runs away. The walls go right back up, even higher than before. This happens because the guy is showing that he needs her to tell him he is okay. So here's the move that actually works, even though it might feel like the wrong thing to do at first. You need to create just a little bit of space right at the moment when she seems most interested in you. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but here is why it works so well. When she is missing you, she is in a state of not being totally sure about things. She does not know if you are just like every other guy she has met. She does not know if she has all the power. That feeling of not knowing makes her think about you much more often. If you start chasing her, the mystery is totally gone and she stops being interested. So instead, you do the opposite. When you see her starting to pull a little closer to you, you step back just a tiny bit. You do not have to be mean or unkind. Just take a little longer to answer her text than you usually do. Be the one to say goodbye or have a good night first. Stay very busy with your own life and your own hobbies. Let her see that you are doing great things and hanging out with your friends. When you do this, her brain goes into a little bit of a panic. She starts to wonder if she waited too long to show her feelings or if you are finding someone else to spend time with. That feeling becomes so strong inside her that she finally breaks her own rules. She will stop trying to play it cool, and she will reach out to you in a real honest and vulnerable way. She will ask you what is going on, and she will show you that you truly matter to her. But here's the most important thing of all that I want you to remember. This is the truth that many people do not want to hear. You only have power in this situation if you are truly okay with walking away if she does not treat you the right way. After spending many years studying how people are attracted to each other, a group of caring experts and I have learned one very big lesson. The more you feel like you need her to miss you, the less she actually will. If you are constantly checking your phone every minute and waiting for her to like you, you have already lost the connection. But when you build a life for yourself that is full of fun, hard work, and good friends, you become a person that is simply impossible for her to forget. Women can tell very easily when a guy is feeling desperate and it makes them want to leave. But a man who knows his own value and is not afraid to be on his own for a while, that is something very attractive to a woman. So yes, please learn the signs and use the strategies we talked about. But never ever forget that she is not hiding her feelings because you are not good enough for her. She is hiding them because she is actually afraid of how much she really likes you. And people only fear losing things that they think are very valuable. So the real question you should be asking yourself is not whether she misses you. The real question is, are you the kind of man that is worth missing? When you become that man, you do not need to spend your days guessing about signs or playing games. You become the one person she simply cannot stop thinking about when she is alone. I know this is a lot of information to think about today. You might be looking back at things she did last week and seeing them in a brand new way now. That is a very good thing. It means you are learning and growing. If this talk helped you see things more clearly, please leave a small comment that says, "Thank you, so I know you are serious about becoming a better man." Make sure to stay close for more help because we are really just getting started on this journey together. Next time we talk, I am going to show you 3 very specific texts you can send to her that will make her want to chase.